Hey guys, what's going on? And today I'm going to be teaching you on how to create your very own FiveM server on your localhost PC. If you don't know what localhost means, that's just your own PC at home. And obviously, you just got to make sure, one, you've got GTA installed on your PC, and two, you've got GTA installed on your PC. I know it sounds stupid. The amount of people that I've had that's asked me before, oh, why is this not working? I'm trying to get a server working, and I'm like, have you got GTA? No, it's not installed at the moment. Well, install it. So that's the main thing that you've got to make sure that you've definitely got is a legitimate copy of GTA before you can proceed any further. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go onto our Internet Explorer here, or my Opera GX, and you're going to have a bunch of links in the description that you're going to click, and you're going to come on in and download this stuff. So you're going to have XAMPP for Windows. You want to make sure that you download that, and I'm not going to install it myself because I've already got these installed. So everything that you can see above on this list up here, I have installed apart from the artifacts. I'm going to install them. But everything you see I have installed, such as the Heidi, which is here, the WinRAR, which is here. You just got to make sure you have all this installed. I'll explain what they do a little bit. So XAMPP is basically a place where it opens up the ports for your SQL to actually work. So you want to make sure that when you've got it all downloaded, to press start on the MySQL. That will connect into your database and allow all your information that you've put onto your server to store into the database, such as your character name, date of birth, what clothes you're wearing, location that you've saved at, and so on. So you want to make sure that you've got XAMPP installed. Then you're going to download Heidi SQL, which is the main database where all that information is stored. Obviously, you just click the installer here, and again, just to show you, I do have it installed already. WinRAR, you can also use 7-zip. It's just an application to help you extract files from a zipped up file. We're going to hit latest recommended here on the server artifacts, and then we'll come back to this one in a moment. So once you've installed the server artifacts, you want to make sure that you open them up here. This might pop up on WinRAR. That's absolutely fine. Just cross off it. You can close this down a little bit here. We want to go off onto our file explorer here. Create a folder called server in your file explorer. Do not put it on your desktop. Make sure it is in your explorer, somewhere saved on your hard drive. Again, do not put it on your desktop. So once you've created that, you don't need to create a file called CFX. I just do it because I'm OCD and I want to make sure that stuff's tidy. So this CFX folder here, nothing in it. But what I'm going to do is Control-A all this on WinRAR and move it on over to CFX. Now we've done that, I can close off WinRAR. I don't think I'm going to need it again. And we're going to open up the CFX folder and scroll down until we see FX server. And you want to give that a double click. So this will pop up on your screen, and this is txadmin, which is going to go through and help you set up your server. It's very, very simple, this, guys. It's so simple now than what it used to be. Back in the day, it was a lot more tedious. It was still simple, but a lot more tedious. So once this pops up on your internet, which will happen automatically, by the way, because you'll see here that everything is ready. I'm going to have my my IPs and stuff blurred out here, but it'll automatically pop up and it'll automatically have this auto-filled for you, and you just press link account. Make sure you have an account on the CFX RE website, and then all you've got to do is press continue. Now you want to put in a temporary password. I'll just type one in real quick. And make sure that you agree. So you'll be presented with this page here. And this page is going to help you start setting up your server. So you want to create your server name. I'm just going to call this YouTube. So here we go. We can start having a look through this deployment type here. Now we've got popular recipes, existing server data, which if you're creating your own framework and stuff, or you have found a framework that might not be in the popular recipes, you'll be able to place it in here. But I will go through this on another video because this is pretty simple and you can find different frameworks across the internet. And this is the same with the remote URL template. Again, this is for different frameworks, and you can post in a raw URL link, and I'll go through this on the same video as I do this, and then your custom template, which is your own custom recipe. What we're just going to do today is popular recipes. We have ESX Legacy, QB Core, and the CFX default FiveM. These two bottom ones here are for RedM, which is FiveM's Red Dead Redemption modification for the game. Today what we're going to do is we're going to just do QB Core. Now, it should automatically come up with a save path as long as it can find your server where you've saved it on your local PC, and you wouldn't need to change the path, and then you can press save. And then we can go to recipe deployer. So on here, you don't really need to change anything. I mean, you can change the names of stuff on here, but you can do that at a later date. It's pretty simple, guys. Really simple. But you can press next, and this is where your license key is. Now, I'm going to have mine blurred out for obvious reasons. I mean, I could just trash it afterwards. In fact, let's just trash it now. And then I'm going to go to new server. I call this YouTube. Obviously, I'm not a robot, and I'm going to generate one, and then I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to run that. Now, where we get that is on the Keymasters website here, which again is going to be in the link in the description below. And then we're going to just get the key here and post it in. Once you press the start on it and the next button, it's going to go through and start downloading everything it needs to download in order for your server to actually get working. So we'll come back when this is nearly done. So this is getting to a point where it's nearly done now. It's on 83%. Depending on your internet, depending on your PCs, depending on how quick it'll actually install. Sometimes it could be just the connection to the CFX servers that might slow it down a little bit too. Now I have decent internet, a decent PC, and this only took literally maybe 10 seconds or so to get to this point here. Obviously there's cut in between, but I didn't know how long it was going to take. And as you can see, it's all done here, and this will automatically pop up here. Now we don't need to mess about with anything on here right now. We can just close this down here and press next. And we have a bunch of stuff on here that we can either change or just leave as is. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to leave as is and just press save and run server. Now this is automatically going to go through a bunch of stuff here. And as you can see here on your own PC, down on your taskbar here, you'll see that you have this, which is basically this on the web page. And all you want to do is just let it run through. It shouldn't really take too long to run through this. Again, it all depends on your PC. But we'll get to a point where I feel like it's already done. You know, it was wanting Screenshot Basic to start, which is basically used for the phone on this particular framework, where it'll allow you to take pictures, and with a web link that's linked into your Discord, you'll be able to send them photos from game onto your Discord automatically. Now this is already all done, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to close that down. I'm going to restart the server. As you see, it says it's kicking all players, which there'll be no players on the server, and then automatically it'll just kick back in and start the server up. Tell a lie, it's not actually going to do that. What it's going to do is it's going to want you to go on to where you've got your server started. So remember, we've got our server folder here, and then we now have a start file and a tx data file. The tx data file is going to house where your resources are, which is going to be all your resources that you can edit, add to, and configure into the way of your liking. And then the start bat file is self-explanatory. It starts your server. you can see here, it's all started up. Nothing that's coming underneath that now because everything's installed properly. And what we can do is we can go onto FiveM, get that loaded up, and I'll show you where to connect to your own server. There's a couple of ways that you can connect to your own server using that link which you just seen on that page just there, but the main primary one is going to be connect to. Now mine's going to be hidden because you can't see my PC name while I've got OBS open, so you can do that, or you can press F8 and type in connect local host. Might ask you to restart because it might be on a different game version to what you've currently been playing on or what FiveM's currently set to, and that's absolutely fine. Just press yes, allow it to go through that. It might download a little bit of extra data onto your PC, but it isn't going to need to do that in order for you to get into your server. As you can see here, we're now connecting to our YouTube server. Music was a bit loud at the start there. And this is QB cause loading screen. And we can turn off the music here because it's annoying. And down in the bottom right here, you can see it's loading game. And if I press F8, you can see that there's a bunch of stuff now starting up. And now you're presented with create your character. So I can put in J Turner, which is one of my longtime characters. And then if I press U for United Kingdom, gender, male, and then we can just change the date real quick. I'm just going to go through this just so then you can see that you're able to start running about on your own server. Be able to pick where you want to live. On my apartment, I'm going to just click quick model rather than creating a character. As you can see, I'll be able to now leave my apartment. Here's what our map looks like. There is jobs around the map such as the scrapyard, the depot, truck motor shop. You know, you've got your car shop, everything that you need essentially to get your server working. And if you've done everything correctly, you should have access to the admin panel with /admin on the chat. And then you'll be able to do stuff like no clip and no clip around your map. I hope this video helps you guys. As I say, really simple to get a server up and running for FiveM. And it's the same for RedM. The exact same steps, apart from unpopular recipes. You don't pick a FiveM recipe, you pick a RedM one. Hope this video helps you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.